Hey guys, Louie here, and I'm going to do a quick little tutorial for a subscriber who asked how to set up an account and buy paper silver or sell paper silver or gold or any other precious metal. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and there won't be any metals in this video, but this will be a quick one. Here we go. Alright, the brokerage that I use is Etrade Financial. I'll tell you a couple of secrets about Etrade that you may not know. I've used a few different brokerages, but I do like Etrade. And most recently, they paid a bonus of several $100s, depending on the size of your account, whether you're moving a taxable account or an IRA. So before you set up an account there, or if you're about to set up an account there, be sure to give them a call and ask them if there are any bonuses for depositing money into a brand new account. It's definitely worth your while, especially if you have, like 10 grand or something to put in there. Okay, but moving forward, here is the Etrade screen, etrade.com, and you just open an account. It will then ask you what kind of account you would like to open, individual, joint with your spouse, or an IRA. All right. They also offer Roth, etc. So pick the account that you want, probably an individual account, I would guess. And then you're just going to tell them if you're a new customer, you're going to put in your information, and before you know it, you're going to be trading stocks. Hold on one second, I'll show you what the screens look like. All right, here we are on the U.S. market screen, where you're going to get the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P. But I presume that you're here because you want to buy something, right? So if you're looking for a direct one-to-one or nearly one-to-one relationship with silver, you want the SLV. Okay. The SLV gets you the ETF, where they theoretically put an ounce of silver into custody when you buy one share. It trades about $1 below the actual spot price of silver. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And there are fees that are part of this account, but honestly, you don't notice them if you're trading in and out. Here we see that silver, the SLV, last traded at 1631. And if you were going to buy that, you would simply press the buy button. You would indicate the SLV is what you want to buy. How many shares do you want to buy? Let's say it's 100. What type of order? Always place a limit order. And your limit price, 1605, let's say. You can throw out a price there, and it could come down to meet you. I usually require all or none. I don't know why. I just think that would be smart. And that, you can see the commission here is $4.95. If you want to preview that order, of course, this is not the market is not active on the weekend when I'm recording that, but it'll tell you what you're buying and what account you're buying it from. And then you just place the order. Then you would go into your order screen if you want to, trading and orders. And it would just, here I have a couple, though this is good, I have a couple of orders here that you could see. I have an order pending for 1,000 shares of SLV. This is to replace what I sold the other day in the 19s. And I just have it parked here with a $15 limit price. If silver goes down $1.50 on Monday, I would love to buy it at that price, but I don't expect to. That way, when I see that the market's really been smacked down hard, I can jump in here, do a change order, adjust the price to $15.50 or whatever I can grab it for, and it's done. So that's the SLV. I have an order here to also buy some call options that are good until December 31 with a strike of 1650. That again is just a placeholder to remind me that I want that. And again, if we have a spike down, I'll be filling both of these orders, somewhere $1 from where we are today. If you wanted to buy gold, that is the GLD. Yeah, you can see me type that in. There is the GLD, and same thing, ounce of gold. Well, actually, in this case, it's a it has no relationship. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure what the relationship is. I guess that would be about, I don't know, under 1/10 of an ounce of gold. So no relationship on the price. $140 buys you a share. If you wanted to get something close to an ounce of gold, you would place an order for 10, I guess, or maybe 11. Let's just say 11 at a limit price. Always limit, never market. And let's say you want to get that for $130 and you just want to park that one there. Keep it good for 60 days. And now you have an order pending, $1,434. There's the order. By the way, that commission is $4.95. So it's, $5 in, $5 out, and you're done. The other thing is, I really like their tax reporting. Boy, I don't know if you guys remember the old days when you just had to just account for every transaction, but the tax accounting, if you hold bonds and CDs and municipals and whatever you may be holding, the tax accounting comes out in such a way that your CPA can just throw that right into the tax return. It's almost scary how automated this is now. So there's not a lot of work down the road either. But there's your order for gold. If you want about an ounce, if you wanted a couple ounces, I guess I would double that. Probably should have done 12 shares. And that's it for the GLD. Platinum, hold on one second. All right, Platinum is PPLT, and I just learned about this ETF recently. It worked out really well for me. It's not too thinly traded. I'm told the fees are high, but again, I don't really care if I'm just kind of in and out of it. So here is a chart of PPLT. That's Platinum. I was lucky enough to get in down here the last time and get out here. So I'm looking to reload somewhere in the low 80s on this particular price. But it is the same thing, the PPLT, and bam, and you put in how many you want, 10 shares, and limit price, 75, let's say. Okay, good for 60 days, all or none. That's $750, and you are in Platinum again with a potential commission of $4.95. Now I'm sure some of you are going to ask about the gold miners, the junior miners, the silver miners. That is not my thing. I have to express complete ignorance about trading the gold miners. If I were to do it, it would be the same as me buying, a few dollars of Bitcoin, right? It is something I know nothing about, although I do know they're highly leveraged to the markets, and if silver goes up a dime, the miners are going to go up $1. But that's all I know about it, so I'm not even going to try to get into those. If you want to know more about the gold miners, go over check out Dobson's channel. And he is all about the gold miners and trying to make money on them. That is not the kind of investment that I'm typically looking for, since I'm older and I want more stable and less volatile items. I don't want a stock that's going to drop 25% in a day. Not even stops will protect you with some of those things. But that's up to you if you want to do that. I have been contemplating it. When they were really, really cheap, I almost placed an order, and then I missed it, and then I just never went back to reload on that. But let me know if you're into the miners and what you're buying, and how badly were you hurt last week. That'd be really curious. Okay, guys, let me think. Is there anything else about E-Trade you want to know? Probably not. Probably bored you to death. But for those of you that want to know how to do it, it's as easy as setting up that account and learning how to execute a couple of trades. The calls are a lot of fun. I have some videos on selling covered calls where I buy the SLV, I sell the call options on the SLV, and you can turn 4 to 8% returns, annual returns, probably even better by doing that. So there is a way to make your paper, silver, and gold pay. But that's a whole nother item. If you want to learn about selling covered calls, check out some of my past videos. I'm not as anxious to sell covered calls lately. I'm more wanting to just buy the calls because the other day I almost did, and gosh, that trade would have been like a $2,000 trade. But if you miss it, you miss it. So I don't like to chase stuff that I miss. But anyway, the stock options are very interesting, and if you're an advanced trader, definitely want to look at the call options and selling covered calls. If all the money you have in the world is in your E-Trade account and you're betting it, all every day and hoping to hit a home run, plan to be poor very soon, because that is not wise. So I'll leave you with that. 10% of your assets in precious metals, whether they be physical, which is preferable, or ETFs, just for the ins and outs and the hedging and whatnot. But you don't need to do the ETFs at all. It's just it's a lot of fun if you see the moves coming, though. And then you can take those profits and you can convert them into physical, which is what I recommend. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to try to answer them. And hope you're doing well. Talk to you later.